Welcome everybody. We have the brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 on the right side and the old Apple iPhone 6s Plus on the left side. It's 11 months since the last iPhone was announced and it came to the market, and this one is that product. Both are the latest and the best devices of both smartphone companies that lead in the smartphone sales in the world right now. So let's take a quick comparison of a pre-production device which is final in 2 weeks. So we will not compare the camera of this one with this one and the software, just how it looks, how it feels, and obviously the price and the specs a little bit. So let's start actually not on the back but from the side, since the new design is of the new Samsung Galaxy Note 7 a little bit, I would say, similar in quotes with the Apple iPhone 6s Plus, since the same kind of round design that's symmetrical is now on both devices in shape, but we have actually Gorilla Glass 5 on the back and on the front to make it more scratch proof and obviously more resistant against drops here on the Samsung. So yeah, it's obviously an opinion which one you like better, glass or metal back cover. Otherwise, let's just go around the device really quick, where we have the on and off switches on the right side and a SIM card slot for the Apple iPhone. Also here, as usual, on Samsung we always have the SIM card slot on top, but there's also micro SD card slot, so you can expand the internal memory, which is actually starting at 64 gigs, and you can't buy different models like 16, 32 or 128. There's only 16 available, and you can expand that with up to 256 gigs of micro SD cards, or one card obviously, but for really tiny of a break of what it would cost for an Apple device to upgrade. So if you buy here more space on your iPhone, it costs a lot more than just buying here the card. So we have also a microphone right here on the top, which is the secondary microphone for noise cancellation that Apple also has right next to the camera. Where a lot of people had problems with, for example, when you have it in your pocket and sweat goes in, then you have a little bit of fog in front of the camera, but more about that in a second. First of all, the other side, where we have obviously the volume rockers, but Apple has a tiny little plus point here because we have now the still the mute lock right there. On the bottom they look quite similar, except for that we have the stylus for the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, which has a lot of features, but I will just give one plus point for Samsung to that. And when we look again from the bottom, now both have reversible plugs, headset jacks, and the microphone still right here. A tiny minus point for Samsung is that it's thicker than the Apple iPhone 6s Plus with 7.9mm compared to 7.3mm, but we have wireless charging in here and also bigger battery with 3,500 milliamps compared to 2,750, which is if I counted it right, almost 20% less in battery, but also for a smaller screen, 5.5 inches on the iPhone and 5.7 inches on the Samsung, with also high resolution on the Samsung for VR glasses, 2560 pixels times 1440 pixels. So again, 2 plus points for Samsung, especially since the device is actually, I would say, smaller if you look at it from the front, the Samsung, I mean, than the Apple iPhone 6s Plus, and still has more space to work on with just a bigger screen. Also, they have here the buttons on the bottom for using the last apps and the back, and we still don't have any buttons, just the home button for Apple, where both have actually a fingerprint reader inside. But now again, a little plus point for Samsung since they added something brand new that they've never done before on a smartphone. It's an iris scanner, which is this little infrared camera. We have the 5 megapixel camera here and also 5 megapixel camera here for Apple, where the low light quality is supposedly a lot better on the Samsung than on the Apple iPhone. And also on the back, if you go back to the cameras on the back, both 12 megapixel again, also for Samsung, a lot better aperture, so for low light it should be better. But just a single flashlight, dual flashlight for Apple, and I mentioned already the microphone problem, and we have here also the pulse sensor still built in. And again, there is obviously wireless charging in the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So this was actually already it from the quite quick comparison of the design and the looks, and also spec-wise. We have double the RAM inside here, obviously more space for the same price for your pictures and video, and otherwise, yeah, obviously both record 4K video and so on and so on. And specification-wise, when it comes to games and other things and camera, we will definitely shoot a separate video about that when both are in a finished state, and obviously maybe also one with the, or definitely one with the new iPhone 7 compared to the brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So this was just a really short comparison. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to check out more of my videos on my channel with a lot more comparisons, also a lot of other stuff in the tech sphere. And thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe again. Thank you much for watching. Until next time, see you guys around.